There we go again. Another relationship, another abuse, another label, narcissist, manipulator, abuser, whatever the fuck you're called as a man. And when is this gonna stop, you wonder? It's gonna stop when you want it to stop, and you can do something about it. There is a way for you to absolutely resolve and be free of all of this, what you refer to as abuse, and to be free from whatever the fuck is happening with you in your relationship, if you want to. So this could be one of the plethora of videos that you've seen on how to get over your narcissistic ex or whatnot. But aren't you seeing a paradox here? Aren't you seeing an irony here? That by labeling your ex, or anyone for that matter, a certain way, you have effectively violated your own perception of your own reality and painted an image of the said person, and therefore allowing that to just perpetuate itself through your entire life and to shape your reality and twist it in a certain way, and for you to just say, well, all this was false. Do you see what you just did there? So you took one event that made you feel a certain way, and this is the power of emotions, that made you feel a certain way, which either initiated your trauma or whatever the hell happened to you in the past, and now you take all that and you just swing it at your relationship that you had with this person, and you say, well, this relationship is toxic, you're toxic, I'm toxic, you're a narcissist, you're an abuser. And what did you do to the relationship? You killed it. You killed the relationship that you had because you just could not sit with the emotions caused by the said either conflict or whichever the situation was that you're also responsible for. So why the fuck did you go through all this? Because you don't know yourself. You don't know what you want. You don't know the person. You're not brave enough to step into and out of your comfort zone. And you don't know how to experiment. You don't know how to communicate, and you need to admit that. Because we all think that we do until we reach that border where we say, oh, now I'm afraid, now I'm paralyzed, now I don't know how to communicate, that person is the problem. And what have you done? You've done nothing. And we do this to each other constantly. We do this to each other all the time, and we say that we want healthy, functioning relationships with each other. Doesn't matter, friendship, relationship, I rarely make divisions, but it's the same thing. Relationship requires two. You cannot isolate yourself from the relationship. Take a step back, point a finger, and remember, 3-point back, and call someone, let's say a narcissist. That invalidates your entire experience. What doesn't validate it, or what doesn't invalidate it, is you coming to terms with this person. Doesn't matter if you don't want to be with her anymore. It doesn't matter if this is a woman that broke your heart, went behind your back, spoke shit about you, sabotaged your life, ruined your life, taken your money and apartment away. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because that's all overlay. That's all interpretation of reality. That's not dealing with the facts. You can feel a certain way. You can allow your right hemisphere to flare up a bit. Yes, she did this, she did that. But what is the factual reality of that? What did actually happen? And for that to be answered, we need to come together, sit, and have a talk. Now here's the tricky part, because if you are dealing with a said narcissist, they don't want to do that, because it's in their interest to maintain the reality that they keep themselves in and where they're safe, because you're not a part of that, because you're a threat to that image. Because if you come up with truth and you want to discover truth, then the person who doesn't want it is going to naturally be threatened by you, to the point that you might be considered a threat to their life, which essentially is true. Now how's that? Well, because the ego identifies with the actions and with what we are, think, and believe in. So if I believe that a certain woman is a threat to me, and that if she enters my life, that I'm a liar, because I might have lied and manipulated, because if I told everyone that this woman is bad, and she's actually good, then I'm the liar, and I must, in a sense, die. And that would evoke such shame that's irreparable, seemingly, to my brain. Now, why do I not want to do that? Because there's no time for that, my friend. Sorry, I saw someone. Well, I'm easily distracted. So how do we resolve this problem of pointing finger at each other, calling each other names? And why would you do that as a guy? What purpose does it serve to you to point a finger at a woman and call her names? Are you more of a man when you do that? Are you more or less of anything? Or is that just your nature? And is that the best you can do? Is that the best you can do? Just point a finger at a woman and say, you're a narcissist, you cheated on me. You did this. You know that to be the reality. You don't need to tell that to anyone. You know what truth is. If you confront them with that and they play dumb and avoid reality, just walk away. Just walk away. It's easier said than done, but walk away, man. Save yourself your own time. You deserve someone who really, really cares about you, and not just that. If people are not telling the truth, then they're manipulative. They don't want the truth because truth harms them. And as long as you're truthful, you have not a single thing to worry about in this world. And that for us men is peace. That is what we want from relationships. And that's why we are officially walking away from relationships. Massively as men. Marriage rates are declining. Women can no longer secure commitment from us, gradually and increasingly, because they just have not much to offer. Because we can get that without being in a relationship. We can get our needs met as men without being in relationships. Why would we be in relationships? So take care of yourselves. Don't let any women, regardless of how they are and what they did to you, walk all over you. Because the more of that you allow, the more of that will happen. And you won't be respected. If a woman doesn't respect you, she'll betray you. And respect has to come from you respecting yourself. That's it. Not by you pointing a finger. If we were to talk about narcissists, narcissists will never admit guilt, feel shame, or take responsibility. Know that for a fact. Can people change? Maybe. Do they want to change? Probably not. But it's not your job as men to go and wait for women, because they would want that. They will test you. They're called shit tests in the manosphere. You will be tested. But you don't have to take anyone's test. You're your own person. You're your own man. You don't need to wait for anyone. You don't need to be held in check by anyone else. You're free. You have all the freedom and independence in this world. Use it to build yourself. Use it to build a character, to build wealth and to build stability. Not invite women in it that are going to ruin it and leave you alone and stranded and then go and ruin your reputation. That's not the type of women you should invite in your life. That's not what you need as a man. It's your choice. It's absolutely your choice. And how do you know that you've been in this kind of situation? This is something that I refer to as the narcissistic quicksand, the quicksand effect. It means that no matter what you do, in whichever direction you want to move, to heal the relationship and to move on so that you can be on your own or enter a new, better relationship, that will be met with nothing but resistance, isolation, shame. You're going to be talked down on, you're going to be offended, insulted, and you will be shown no respect. And it's only up to you if you want to stay in that. But don't forget one thing. You entered this relationship with this woman with an idea. It's up to you whether you're going to uphold to this idea or you're going to see reality for what it is. If there is love, that love is true, and that love has no image. She's like that. She did this, she did that. If you don't love this woman, that will be very obvious and very transparent. Make the right decision. Do what's right for you. Don't fall into this quicksand and try to wiggle your way out and talk to her when she clearly says she doesn't. Yes, women are contradictory in their nature. Yes, many women don't even know what the hell they want. But leave it up to them. We cannot, as men, waste any more time and energy, health and well-being on women who do not know what they want. They had a chance to learn that while growing up in their families. They had a chance to learn that in their formative years. We need to treat each other as adults. We offer people frame, we offer women frame and opportunity for growth and development. If they want it, they can enter it. And if they don't want it, they should leave. And they should do so respectfully in the same way they were invited in. And if they cannot do that, well, my friend, you did yourself a favor. You did yourself a huge favor, believe me, and she did that favor for you. So if you're sad, if you're disappointed, if you feel the way you feel, just feel that. But don't let things get to you. Because you're living in the memory of this person. You're living in a perpetual state of anxiety and depression. Hit the gym. Eat healthy. Believe me, women will treat you with so much respect. Women will treat you with so much kindness because you will exert that natural masculinity and authority that women, good women, healthy women, are attracted to naturally. Learn how to communicate. Don't be manipulative. Be honest. Tell the truth. And it'll be okay. I promise. This one was more personal. I hope you can relate to it. Classic. Like, subscribe, and whatever you want to do. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.